something has shifted inside Buckingham Palace, and this time, it feels different. For years, everything looked controlled, calm, and carefully managed. But behind the scenes, decisions are being made that are changing everything. Prince William seizes royal authority, and chaos erupts. For a long time, Prince William has been seen as the future of the monarchy, someone preparing quietly while waiting his turn. He followed protocol, appeared composed, and stayed within the limits expected of an heir. Yet those close to the royal circle say that phase is ending. He's no longer simply preparing, he's already acting. This change has been building for years, shaped by both personal history and recent events. To understand the urgency behind his actions, it helps to take a look at what formed his perspective early in life. William grew up during one of the most difficult periods in the modern royal family. The breakdown of his parents' marriage was not just a private matter, it became public, widely discussed, and deeply emotional. The relationship between King Charles III and Queen Camilla was already known, and when details emerged in the early 1990s, it affected the entire family. For William, this was something personal. He watched his mother, Princess Diana, go through a very painful period. Her famous interview in 1995 gave the public a glimpse into what she had experienced, but for her sons, the reality was even closer. Those moments stayed with him. Over time, William learned to manage those feelings. In public, he remained respectful. He stood beside his father when Charles married Camilla in 2005. He did what was expected. But being respectful does not always mean everything has been forgotten. As he grew older, his role became clearer. He understood that one day he would not just be part of the monarchy, he would lead it, and that meant thinking differently. Now, that thinking is starting to show in real decisions. Many people assume that power in the royal family shifts only when a monarch passes away. In reality, it often moves earlier, in quieter ways. That is what's happening now. William is not waiting for a formal transition, he's already taking on responsibilities that shape the direction of the institution. One of the clearest signs came with the expansion of his authority within royal operations. King Charles has gradually included William in key roles, including granting him the ability to issue royal warrants alongside him. These warrants allow businesses to display royal approval, which can significantly affect their reputation and success.
I want to say a few words about my father and why I believe this weekend is so important.
At the same time, William has been representing the monarchy on international platforms. He has attended global events on behalf of the king, spoken on major issues, and taken on responsibilities that go beyond ceremonial duties. These are not symbolic appearances. They reflect trust and a growing reliance on him. Behind closed doors, the shift appears even more direct. Reports suggest that William is increasingly involved in decisions about how the monarchy should respond to challenges, especially when it comes to reputation and public trust. One of those challenges has been the situation involving Prince Andrew. Over the years, concerns about Andrew's associations and actions have created ongoing pressure for the royal family. William is believed to have taken a firm position on this issue, pushing for clear boundaries and stronger action. When matters escalated further, including legal developments, William's role became more visible. Decisions such as removing titles and reducing Andrew's public presence reflected a more direct approach. These were not small adjustments, they were strong signals about how he intends to handle risk to the monarchy. This approach is part of a larger vision. William has been open about his interest in change. He has spoken about wanting the monarchy to evolve in a way that makes sense for modern society. He does not see tradition as something to be removed, but something to be adapted carefully.
It is a place where some of our happiest memories are made, where we've explored the wonders.
The idea of the monarchy is more focused, more structured, and more accountable. He's already applied this thinking into his own initiatives, such as the Royal Foundation and the Earthshot Prize. These projects operate with clear goals, defined roles, and measurable outcomes. He wants to bring a similar structure to the monarchy itself. That means fewer working royals, clearer responsibilities, and a stronger connection to public expectations. It also means that personal relationships may not carry the same weight they once did when decisions are made. This is where the tension begins to appear. For Queen Camilla, the current system includes long-standing relationships and a network built over many years. Her role as Queen Consort gives her influence, visibility, and access. She supports charities, attends events, and represents the monarchy in important ways. However, her position is closely tied to King Charles. From a constitutional point of view, her authority does not continue in the same way once the monarch changes. When William becomes king, her role will shift. She would be known as Queen Dowager, a title that carries respect, but not the same level of power or responsibility. This reality changes how decisions are viewed today. If William is already shaping the future, then questions about roles, influence, and access are not distant, they are immediate. And that includes people connected to Camilla as well. Her family, including her children and close relatives, have had a certain level of access to royal life. They attend events, are part of social circles, and benefit from association with the monarchy. However, this access is not guaranteed across generations. William's approach suggests that each role will be reviewed based on purpose rather than connection. This does not mean direct exclusion, but it does mean that involvement is not automatic. In royal terms, change often happens quickly. Invitations become fewer, appearances become less frequent. Over time, presence fades without formal announcement. For those used to a certain level of access, this can feel like a sudden shift, even when it happens gradually.
Kingdom and the wider family of nations of which it is a part.
At the same time, the public image of the monarchy plays a major role in these decisions. William is aware of how closely the institution is watched. He understands that trust is not automatic. It has to be maintained. That is why his approach to situations involving controversy is more direct. He prefers clear action rather than slow response. He believes that uncertainty can damage credibility. This perspective influences how he interacts with others inside the royal family. While public appearances show unity, insiders suggest that there is a level of distance in certain relationships. Professional cooperation remains, but personal warmth is not always visible. Still, both sides understand the importance of stability. Open conflict would not benefit anyone, so the balance is maintained, at least for now.
Our values have remained, and must remain, constant.
King Charles, meanwhile, continues to play a central role, but his position is changing in subtle ways. Age and health are factors that cannot be ignored. As responsibilities increase, the need to rely on William becomes more practical. This creates a situation where two generations are effectively sharing control, even if only one holds the crown. For the public, this can appear confusing. Officially, Charles is king. In practice, William's influence is growing steadily. Decisions made today reflect not only the current leadership, but also the direction of the next reign. Each decision, whether it involves orders, roles, responsibilities, or public appearances, contributes to a larger plan. The monarchy is always adapted to survive. Different eras bring different expectations. What worked decades ago may not work now. William seems to understand this clearly. His focus is on efficiency and maintaining trust. These priorities guide how he uses the authority he already has.
Change is on my agenda. Change for good. And I embrace that and I enjoy that change.
So when people say chaos is erupting, it may not look like chaos in the traditional sense. There are no public confrontations or dramatic announcements. Instead, it is a quiet restructuring happening in real time. Power is moving, roles are being reconsidered, and the future is being shaped before it officially arrives. Prince William is not waiting anymore. He's already deciding what comes next.